Welcome to ZoomInData. As DBT projects grow in complexity, managing when and how transformations run becomes crucial. Orchestration and scheduling help automate DBT pipelines, handle dependencies, and ensure data workflows are reliable. In this section, we focus on DBT orchestration and scheduling with Airflow, Dagster, and Prefect, covering real-world integration patterns, pipeline automation, and best practices. This topic is highly relevant for interviews and production-level DBT projects. Subscribe to ZoomInData for structured DBT learning, real-time project guidance, and interview-focused preparation. What is orchestration in the context of DBT? Answer: Orchestration in DBT refers to automating and managing the execution of multiple DBT models and tasks. It ensures models run in the correct sequence based on dependencies. Orchestration prevents manual execution errors and supports large-scale data pipelines. Common orchestration tools include Airflow, Dagster, and Prefect. Why is scheduling important in DBT projects? Answer: Scheduling automates when DBT models run, helps ensure timely updates for downstream analytics, supports recurring tasks like daily or hourly data transformations, reduces manual intervention and improves reliability. What is Airflow and how does it work with DBT? Answer: Airflow is a popular workflow orchestration tool. It defines tasks as DAGs, directed acyclic graphs. DBT tasks can be triggered as Airflow operators. Airflow handles scheduling, retries, and dependency management for DBT models. What is Prefect and why is it used with DBT? Answer: Prefect is an orchestration tool focusing on Python native pipelines. It allows DBT models to be executed as Prefect tasks. Provides rich monitoring, scheduling, and failure handling. Easier integration for teams already using Python. What is Dagster in DBT orchestration? Answer: Dagster is a modern orchestration framework for data workflows. Supports modular pipelines with typed inputs and outputs. DBT models can be executed as solids or ops in Dagster. Offers strong observability and error handling. How does DBT handle task dependencies? Answer: DBT builds a DAG internally using ref statements. Dependencies are automatically recognized between models. Orchestration tools respect these dependencies when scheduling tasks. Ensures correct execution order in pipelines. Why integrate DBT with an orchestration tool? Answer: Automates execution for reliability. Handles retries and failures. Supports complex pipelines with multiple dependencies. Allows centralized monitoring and logging of transformations. Can DBT run without an orchestration tool? Answer: Yes. DBT can be run manually via CLI or scheduled scripts. However, manual execution is prone to errors in large projects. Orchestration tools scale better for enterprise workflows. Recommended for production pipelines. How do Airflow DAGs trigger DBT models? Answer: Airflow uses DBT operators or bash operators to run DBT commands. DAGs define tasks with upstream and downstream dependencies. Each task executes DBT models according to the DAG structure. DAG scheduling ensures models run at defined intervals. How does Prefect handle DBT task failures? Answer: Prefect supports retries for failed DBT tasks. Tasks can be configured with alerts and notifications. Failed runs can be resumed without rerunning successful tasks. Helps maintain pipeline reliability. How does Dagster improve observability for DBT pipelines? Answer: Dagster tracks execution status for each task, provides logs, metrics, and dashboards for pipelines, supports real-time monitoring of DBT transformations, helps identify bottlenecks and optimize performance. How do you schedule DBT models for daily or hourly runs? Answer: use orchestration tools to set cron or interval schedules. Airflow DAGs or Prefect flows define the execution frequency. DBT commands run automatically based on the schedule. Ensures timely updates for dashboards and downstream systems. What is a DBT run command in orchestration context? Answer: DBT run executes compiled models in the warehouse. Orchestration tools trigger this command as a task. Can include selective execution using select. Works with incremental or full refresh models as configured. How do you manage environments, dev, test, prod, in orchestrated DBT workflows? Answer: each environment has separate profiles in profiles.yml. Orchestration tasks specify which environment to run. Ensures safe testing without impacting production. Simplifies deployment across multiple environments. How does DBT Cloud handle scheduling without external tools? Answer: DBT Cloud has a built-in scheduler. Users can define jobs and execution intervals. Supports alerts, retries, and notifications. Suitable for teams that prefer a managed orchestration solution. How can orchestration improve DBT incremental model execution? Answer: orchestrators trigger only models with upstream changes. Reduces unnecessary recomputation. Ensures dependencies are satisfied before incremental runs. Improves pipeline efficiency and reduces warehouse costs. What are common challenges when orchestrating DBT pipelines? Answer: managing complex dependencies for large DAGs. Ensuring environment consistency across tasks. Handling failures and retries efficiently. Monitoring long-running pipelines effectively. How do Airflow, Dagster, and Prefect differ in DBT orchestration? Answer: Airflow, mature, uses DAGs, strong scheduling, but heavier setup. Prefect, Python native, flexible, good failure handling, simpler API. Dagster, strong observability, typed inputs, outputs, modular pipelines. Choice depends on team workflow, tech stack, and observability needs. How do you optimize orchestrated DBT pipelines for performance? Answer: use incremental models instead of full refresh. Run only affected downstream models. Parallelize independent tasks where possible. Monitor and adjust task scheduling based on runtime metrics. How do orchestrators handle dependencies between DBT models and external tasks? Answer: orchestrators define upstream, downstream relationships. DBT tasks can wait for external data ingestion jobs. Ensures data is available before transformation. Improves reliability for multi-tool pipelines. How does error handling in orchestration tools improve DBT reliability? Answer: automatically retries failed tasks. Sends alerts to stakeholders. Skips unaffected tasks to save time. Maintains data consistency in production pipelines. How can you implement dynamic execution in DBT pipelines? Answer: Use parameters or tags to select models at runtime. Orchestration tools pass variables to DBT CLI. Allows targeted runs based on upstream changes or business logic. Reduces unnecessary computation. How do you monitor DBT pipelines in production? Answer. Orchestration dashboards track success, failure. Logs provide execution details for debugging. Alerts notify teams of failures. Helps maintain SLAs for data delivery. How can orchestration improve collaboration between teams? Answer. Centralized scheduling and monitoring ensures transparency. Teams can coordinate on pipeline dependencies. Shared workflows reduce duplication. Promotes standardized execution practices. Why is knowledge of DBT orchestration important for interviews? Answer. Demonstrates understanding of production-level pipelines. Shows ability to integrate DBT with modern data stacks. Reflects experience with automation, monitoring, and reliability. Differentiates candidates for intermediate and senior DBT roles. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and follow ZoomInData for more DBT learning content. For real-time DBT projects and interview preparation, contact ZoomInData. See you in the next video.